I'm gonna talk quietly in case your ear hurts. Now, I'm sure you've heard that old saying that if your ears are burning, it means somebody is talking about you. Or if your ears are ringing, it means your angel's trying to connect with you. I personally love that one. Although that may be true or not, our ears do have important spiritual function as well as biological ones. And when we experience symptoms such as ear pain, ear infections, ringing in the ears, hearing loss, those symptoms often hold some spiritual significance for us. So, today we are going to explore the significance of our ears and our entire hearing apparatus from a metaphysical standpoint. And I'm gonna help you interpret common ear-related symptoms from a metaphysical perspective, reflect on how early experiences shape our listening habits and the obstacles that they present, using affirmations to cultivate a space of love and openness in our hearing. And we'll end with a quick energy mastery process to support you in reestablishing balance at all levels of your being. Sound good? Sorry, I couldn't help it. Let's get started. Growing up, like most hearing people, I understood my ears were one of our 5 senses of perception designed to hear. But as I delved deeper into spiritual exploration, I realized they represent so much more. On a metaphysical level, our ears symbolize our capacity to receive, our willingness to truly listen, not just to the sounds around us, but to the whispers of our own soul and the voices, of course, of others. Our ears allow us to receive vibrations from our environment and translate those vibrations into information that's meaningful to us, ideally into information that's nourishing to us. Whenever we're experiencing pain or any other symptoms, such as earache, ringing in the ears, or loss of hearing, it's a good idea to pay attention to the spiritual significance of these symptoms. In addition to seeking a physical cure, it's important to ask yourself, what have I been unwilling to hear? What messages or communication am I resisting? What am I pretending not to know? I have a client named Laura, and she had hearing loss for 30 years in her early 20s. Her kids would joke that they literally could talk behind her back. After doing this energy mastery process that you'll experience at the end of this video, Laura and a many group of others in our community had improvement in their hearing. No more talking behind mom's back anymore. In early childhood, many of us develop a tendency to tune out or block our sense of hearing. This instinct often arises from a need to shield our sensitive energy from the tumultuous vibrations of our surroundings. Maybe the yelling, the screaming, the energy of that just felt so hard to hear. Back then, this selective listening might have felt necessary for our well-being or even our survival in an unpredictable and sometimes unsafe environment. However, as we mature, it's crucial to recognize that we're no longer confined to the chaotic environments of our childhood. We've evolved, and it's time to fully embrace the present. Part of this evolution involves being open to listening and truly hearing what surrounds us all the time. Our sense of hearing serves as a conduit for messages from our higher selves. By shedding the protective barriers we erected in childhood that we deliberately blocked when we were kids, we can now tap into this intuitive channel and navigate our lives with much greater clarity and insight. It's about stepping into our power as adults and embracing the richness of the present moment. And so right now, if you're experiencing any imbalance in your ears or hearing, just affirm to yourself, it is safe for me to listen to what's going on around me. I listen for love, and I listen with love. I am love. Now, this setup of this energy mastery process to help you with your ears, with your hearing, with really opening up here in the present, this process will help you be able to connect with your well-being, feel good in your now, so that your actual physical hearing comes back. Now, we always like to say there's physical things that you can do as well. Many of the clients in this community that I was teaching and then sharing this energy mastery process also did acupuncture or other modalities to help with the physical while you're doing the energy work, which is always really important. So the energy mastery practice that you're about to do, all you need to do is close your eyes, sit back, and receive, and I'll see you on the other side. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. Take a deep breath in and release your breath. So allow yourself to feel your soul's light all around you. That ginormous bubble of light, 5 feet in front, 5 feet behind, 5 feet above, 5 feet below, all around you. And letting yourself just receive in your soul's light. Just saying hello to that energy with your focus and attention on your soul. You then start to receive its energy. Now start to focus your attention on your stadium of light, beyond the soul light, feeling your stadium of light, section after section, row after row, seat after seat, just letting yourself also focus on how safe you are, how protected you are, how guided you are, how supported you are. And then feel or sense that downpouring of light, like a beautiful cylinder of light coming from the higher realms, letting yourself fill up with that light. We are here. Hello, delights. Let yourself see all your support. Let yourself feel the vibrational resonance as you tune into higher frequencies, whether it be the focus on your soul self, your entire stadium of light support, or your divine support. Let this energy start to transmit from soul, from divine self, from stadium light, from all the beings of light, feeling as if energy and light is moving from the outer of your head through the area of your ears, and the beautiful architecture, the construct of your ears, and the outer part of your ears, like the outer part of a megaphone that receives in vibration, letting the tips of your ears, the outer parts, all of that receive in light. The acoustical version of being able to receive in, and all of the structure of the outer part of your ear. Good. I hear with love. Letting light pour in, then going into the inside, the external, going into the ear canal, the media, going through those ear tubes, going all the way into the inner ear. So as light is pouring in through your ears, we want all of you to go down into your belly,
to put your hands, if you want to, on your belly, to let yourself feel the pulsation and feel from the ears and the ear canal that anything that is blocking or stopping the perfect interpretation of vibration is releasing out, going down into the emotional body, letting yourself pulsate all of that energy out from the ear canal, going out and through the emotional body. You see, it is the mind that then creates the connection with the emotions. And if the emotions do not get expressed, if they do not get released, if the energy underneath, then it blocks it and it fills up in the emotional realm for that particular area, for that particular annoyance of, I don't want to hear this. I don't, la, la, la. It's like putting your hands over your ear, letting all of that energy, letting all the things that in this life that you have not wanted to hear, let all of that, let it release out your belly through, going down through the grounding cord, out through the legs, down through the feet, out through the feet, or dissolving right in the place of the belly, in the emotional body. But feel the drainage of that old energy moving out of the ears, moving down and releasing. Good. Letting all that, good, right there. Pull it, pull it, pull it right there. Some of you might feel some ringing in the ears. Some of you might have some movement. This is just energy moving. Do not need to be afraid of it. It's just light purifying and bringing back into your natural well-being of perfect hearing. So moving all of that energy. Even if you have had issues hearing since you were born, all of that energy, even inside of the womb, when you are hearing and you're not liking what you're hearing, there's a close down. Feel if any point there has been a shift or a close down, letting all that energy just drain out. And as it's draining out, just let yourself then turn up to the light and receiving a downpouring of light, filling up light in those areas. So imagining light coming into both of your ears, and what has been closed down or what has been shut down is now opening up. There you go. Good. A lot of you are feeling this movement in your ears. Good. All right. So have you ever had water in your ears? Have you ever got water in your ears where it began to be stuffed up and feels like you are underwater? So just letting all of that water, all of that extra, just releasing out of the ears. Have you ever been on a plane or had a cold where your ears got blocked and you couldn't hear and you got that pressure? All of that draining out. Good. Open up the back of your head and neck. There's a lot of pressure there. You can release the energy out through the back of the head and there you go. Good. Out through that head and neck. Good. Oh, this is so good. Some of you that don't even have any ear issues are getting a nice healing on the ears. All right, so we are now going to be bringing in energy and light through your ear canal, through the outer part of your ear, and moving that energy so that any other remnants or place that is blocked can release. And we start also with the mental, so that the mental and the emotional can have a reboot as it relates to listening, as it relates to hearing, as it relates to sound, as it relates to vibrational sensitivity. All right, here we go. I am willing to hear. I listen for harmony, love, and joy. I focus, therefore listen, hear what I want to. Good, that was a good shift for everybody. Good. Activating the ears and ear canal, outer, inner, all the way through inner ear. Good. I listen with love to the pleasant and the good. I am open to hearing. Any place I have refused to listen, I let go of now. Feel it releasing out the belly. Good, very good. Okay. Now here's a big one for all of you. This is a big activation and a big shift. It's not always about hearing outside. It's also about hearing your internal voice. I am willing to hear myself. I hear myself. I acknowledge myself. I listen to myself. Good. I listen to my soul. I hear my soul. For those of you that are wanting to open more up to your clairvoyance and your inner healer, channeler, this is one station to do this, because there's one thing about seeing, there's another of feeling, and then there's hearing. So this is all about you hearing your stadium of light, declaring that I am willing to hear my light support. I am willing to hear all the guides and the messages. I am willing to hear all that is for me and all that is positive. Good. Declaring now, I release any stubbornness in hearing myself or others. Letting all that energy release. Going into the belly. Any place you are feeling resistance, just surrendering that resistance, letting that go. Anywhere as it relates to your ears in your physical body. I trust what I hear. I trust my higher self. I listen for guidance from my divine self. Here's a big one. Here's a big activation. I listen with love to my inner voice. Now, some of you have, I'll just say this, all of you have an inner voice that's not so kind. You have an inner voice that can beat the hell out of you. You have an inner voice that can be very critical or judgmental. So, for all of that awareness of that inner voice that you have resisted and constricted to hearing, let yourself feel a downpouring of compassion energy. Giving yourself a downpouring of compassion for every time you heard your inner voice and it didn't feel good. Just letting yourself have compassion for having a critical inner voice or having a judgmental inner voice. Letting yourself feel compassion, because as the compassion comes down, the critical voice or the judgmental voice goes away. Neutralizing yourself in compassion energy. I hear myself with love. And I release all that is unlike the action of love. Letting all drain out, coming out through the ear, any other remnants, and then bringing in light through the ears, through the entire ear canal. Moving that energy down, all the way down into your belly, going down through your grounding cord. It is safe for me to hear. I am safe in hearing. You hear something you don't like to hear? Let yourself receive in compassion for being a human being, hearing something that doesn't feel good. Letting yourself neutralize you instead of resisting or closing down the hearing, moving forward. Compassion neutralizes you. And then you can declare, well, I'd rather hear this. Christy said that to her husband yesterday after he said something to her, and she said, you know, that doesn't feel good to hear. I'd rather hear this. And he, oh, sorry, didn't realize, and then he apologized. So creating boundaries even in your hearing. Now, some of you got some of the tinnitus, that ringing in the ear going on. Feel the ringing of it. Feel the ringing, letting the ringing, let it go. Don't resist it, because as you resist the ringing, it closes it down. If you hear a ringing, let the energy release and just know that it's angels talking about you. That's what you're hearing. We are surrounding each of you in light and reminding each of you that you are, hear this, you are infinitely loved. Be well. Allow yourselves to receive a nice downpouring of light. Letting the light pour into every part of your body. Pouring into any part of your body that needs more attention, more light. Feeling your body from every cell, from the inside out, expanding in light. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, stretching your body, giving yourselves a big hug.
I hope you enjoyed that process and that you're feeling lighter. Thank you so much for joining me today as we have explored the significance of our ears from both a physical and a metaphysical perspective. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced any ear-related symptoms that you feel hold a deeper spiritual meaning? Please remember to subscribe for more discussions on holistic wellness and spiritual growth. Keep listening with love, and thank you for watching. Oh yeah, one more thing. In the upcoming video we're looking at the spiritual meaning of eyes and the mental blocks that create issues with the eyes. So if you're having resistance hearing, like in this video, what are you resistant to seeing? If you are having eye issues, this next video will be for you. It's absolutely not true that as we get older, as we age, our eyesight gets worse. Well, at least it doesn't have to be. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and this empowering process.
For more, make sure to subscribe because we have a lot more in this series. So whatever you're looking for, we've got a way to bring you back into absolute natural light and well-being.